It's the Boise State Broncos and the USF Bulls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Well, guys, Coach Danielson told me before the game, he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So USF's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's again to Watson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. They'll ride him again. Hard running there. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Out wide right, it's Rogers. Off and running. He's at touchdown, South Florida. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Broncos offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Zaire Gaines. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season and through the first part of the season. He's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Long way to go on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. Back to pass, it's Overton. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running the red zone. It's Gaines. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Boise State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Second and long here. Snaps it in the shotgun. Complete downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Bulls, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Making the adjustment on the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry up.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off. That's
caught. It's Gaines. Nothing but green grass down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Broncos.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Caught. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Bulls. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacked on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Gaines. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Broncos will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Secures it at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. RPO complete. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with it. Nope, here comes the flag. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. He slides that just inside the right upright. And they go back on top.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Overton. They get to him as he throws. Just gets rid of that one.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. No way the official's going to miss that one. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Cuts it upfield. It's gained. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. To give to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down, and they did that one pretty easy there, getting a sack.
Looking for room. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's got it inside the 25. And he scores! Touchdown, Bulls! Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Fielded in the end zone. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wants to throw. It's Croman Hope. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Drops back on 1st down. Unloads in the nick of time.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, down on the USF sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Reese?
Okay, Holly.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Straight ahead, it's Watson. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Right down the middle. He's got it.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Got his man. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Second down, gonna throw it. Caught. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Bulls are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run with Watson. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. He's changing the play. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he avoids the sack.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Looking to throw. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big step.
They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Overton. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Jones. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. Rush is on. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Gaines. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Quarterback signaling to his guy. First play of this drive. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Timeout taken by Boise State. Second time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throws to the wideout. With the catch, it's Jones. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. And the Broncos come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw, it's Overton. Reels it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Good job just to get rid of that one.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Here's a little room there. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. They are forced to settle for 3.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
Number 61, set to kick it away.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 17 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Crimson Tide who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
Checking in with the Broncos head coach here in the half. One of the things he talked to his team about in the locker room was this defense has to get things fixed. Too many missed opportunities, too many missed assignments there. The offense has the ball right now, and they can make up some ground, but this team talking together, both offense and defense have to get on the same page to get back in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Overton. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it way down the field. Flying out to the left. Running inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They send the tight end in motion. Sells the run, looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
On the play,
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulls sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys?
Okay, Holly. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Handoff for Watson.
And this offense hadn't got the ground game going at all, but it hasn't mattered. The passing game has been so good. So you'd like to create balance on offense, but as long as they can keep spinning the pill out wide, this offense has been just fine.
Drops back. It's Croman Hope. Just got rid of that one.
Just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Needs it here on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. They'll try to move on from that 1st down play. 2nd and goal from the 12. Wants to throw again. Look out. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it. He stopped short of the goal line. Couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They were all over it.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And there he goes. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, down on the USF sideline. Guys, I can tell you something we have got to keep our eye on. This quarterback was really banged up and bruised up after last week's win. He told me when I caught up with him this week, he has definitely been feeling sore this week. He did not miss any practice, but I will keep you posted as this game goes along. He's going to have to fight through some things here today, and I'll let you know how it's looking down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, keep an eye on that one for us. Long way to go on second down. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Hauls it in. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Out wide right, it's Watson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Watson. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires to the tight end. Taken down.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too...
And he's in! Touchdown, USF! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end. Touchdown, South Florida, a pick 6. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And the extra point splits the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Left side is Anderson. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Man, this quarterback has been dialed in all game long. He's making outstanding decisions, and he's been so accurate throwing the football. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moving the pocket, it's Overton. Turns it upfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Broncos!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulls sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Never a stout, right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Bulls! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Just
runs through a man, and he might have space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Sets his feet. It's Overton. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. Ready. Black 14. Ready, go.
Drops back on first down. Grant behind the line. It's Gaines. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's
got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Broncos! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
This USF offense will open this drive right here. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Second down to the air. Under pressure. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Making the adjustment. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Holds on. It's Watson. Headed to the end zone. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Here's Duke Watson. Touchdown, Bulls! And the beatdown has ensued. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
65. Boise State, 38.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Offense in a bunch formation. On the ground, it's Gaines. Quick spin on the run. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day. And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the 4th quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But I'll tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Watson again. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Making the adjustment on the play. Wants to throw on first. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown Bulls. And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And the returner will be knocked down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. Trying to burn this defensive back. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little... to feel good about.
And that's exactly what they were looking for on this play. They draw up the wheel. They get the matchup they want. Watch the running back come right off of it, start to wheel out to the flats. Great throw, and that dude just starts to turn the afterburners on. Big passing play for this offense.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there.
And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down, and he's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Sets his feet. It's Van Buren. Takes a hit as he fires. Gets rid of it.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, what a caught. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
This offense has it with really good field position. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Holds it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Fitted in the window for the score.
This guy's an excellent route runner, and he has really good hands. You've got to. That's now his third receiving touchdown. He only played 3 games. Nobody can cover this guy up to this point of the season.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Fresh set of downs going up top. A strike downfield. Touchdown, USF! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return.